I watched Child's Play 3 and Bride of Chucky, and I'm going to give you my spoiler-free thoughts, though when I go over Bride of Chucky, it might spoil Child's Play 3, so keep that in mind. You can skip that part if you want. So first I'm going to go over Child's Play 3. 8 years after seemingly destroying the killer doll, teen Andy Barkley is placed in a military school, and the spirit of Chucky returns to renew his quest to seek vengeance after being recreated from a mass of melted plastic. So this is a film that I wish they would have done better kills. I can think of one kill that is particularly pretty solid, but the rest of them, or at least most of them, aren't that great. They're not terrible or anything. I just wish they maybe would have done something a little more unique, maybe a little bit more gore. And this film is probably not the most creative of the films. It's a little bit, I don't know if cookie cutter is the right word, but it's definitely not the most creative out of the franchise. But that being said, I found it pretty entertaining, except for the last 15 minutes for whatever reason I wasn't as interested. But I found it entertaining. I found it fun. Chucky was fun to watch. I laughed a bit. So overall, I honestly did kind of have a positive experience with this film. It's probably technically not a great film, but I personally just enjoyed it. The next film I want to go over is Bride of Chucky. For 10 years, the tortured soul of serial killer Charles Lee Ray has been imprisoned inside a child's doll. Chucky is reborn when his old flame, Tiffany, rescues his battered doll parts from a police impound. But Chucky wants his new playmate cut down to size, so he transfers his blushing bride into a stunning little terror. Chucky and Tiffany can't wait to start their own homicidal honeymoon when this demonic duo hits the road and hooks up with a pair of unsuspecting newlyweds. They leave a trail of murder and mayhem behind them. So, this film had way too much sexual content, in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of that, so I didn't really enjoy that. It's also pretty strange and weird. Not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like it's getting even stranger. But it is interesting seeing a Chucky film without Andy. I believe a lot of the upcoming ones don't have Andy in them. I think I haven't seen them yet, but I mean this one doesn't have Andy, and I found that really interesting. I don't know how I feel about the Tiffany character so far. I'm not the biggest fan of her. I don't hate her though. I also think the kills were more creative than most of the other films, I would think, but I wish they were a little bit more creative. That's just a personal thing, maybe a little more gore, but it's not the biggest deal. And Chucky was funny, and the film was entertaining, so it was pretty solid. So those are my thoughts on both those films. I would love to know your guys' opinions. With that, bye.